Alright guys, today's video is a bit of a race against time, a race against nature. We have 4 hours of daylight in Iceland and we are on a massive road trip, and I underestimated the time it was going to take to get to the place we were going to go. So hopefully we make it to the location, which is going to be absolutely amazing and epic on video before the sun is gone. It is currently 11:30 AM and the sun has just come up, but as you can see it's still pretty dark. It's raining a lot, guys. The weather is atrocious. I've got some energy drinks. We've got the tunes on. We're going to try and make it. We are on a road trip. It's exciting anyway. We'll just see where the wind takes us. Hopefully we're going to make it to this epic location for the vlog, and hopefully the rain stops. But thank you so much for joining me. Today's episode is great to have you here. If you're new, subscribe. Road tripping in the rain in Iceland in the middle of winter. It's going to be good, hopefully. Well guys, one of the things about having such a short day is that when the sun does come up, it's usually spectacular, and what you get is a 4 hours of golden hour sunset light. So it's just about 12 o'clock, midday right now, and we've got this glorious sun just popped up under the clouds in front of us. It's like a sunset. It's absolutely insanely beautiful.
You can see on your face it's like golden light.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
It is just like, it's just such a gloriously warm, bright sun. Bright sun when you get it. We've just had this lucky gap in the clouds. Look at that, that's amazing. I really hope we can make it to this beach that I'm going to get this sun, because it's just going to be incredible. But the time is against us, unfortunately. Guys, I should not be stopping here. I do not have time to be stopping. I don't have time to be stopping. But what we're seeing here is just too incredible not to take a quick photo. There's a waterfall up there which is going upwards like in Scotland. It is unbelievable. Right there behind me with that sun. Glorious, absolutely glorious. You just don't see sights like this anywhere else in the world. Iceland is incredible. Sit rep. We are not too far away from the Diamond Beach, but it's currently got very dark and rain, and apparently from 3 PM till 4 PM, which is very soon from now, there's supposed to be clear skies, and we might get very lucky, because otherwise it's going to be very dark, because already it's very like, you can hardly see. The weather here just changes in an instant from beautiful bright colours to this like monochrome almost, but right now it's just very dark. So we are hoping that we get there for at least like half an hour of golden light. Alright, we have arrived at the Ice Lagoon and the ice beach, the Black Diamond Ice Beach, and we've still got daylight, just hanging on by a thread, but the weather is still pretty bad, guys. We're going to have to see if we can make the most of it. It's been a heck of a road trip. Well, this place is very different from the last time I was here 4 years ago. Oh my god, used to just be able to drive right up on the beach, but look at all the cars. Oh my word, that is a lot of people here. Everybody trying to see this marvellous, spectacular place up close. One thing I can see from up here, walking down onto the beach, is the waves are absolutely enormous. There's obviously been a big storm last night. The waves are huge. This right here is why we came. Look at this bizarre spectacle. These massive blue lumps of ice all along this beach. They're like big massive diamonds, which is why it gets its name. It's incredible.
Oh my god.
This right here is a piece of the glacier which has been locked away for thousands of years up in the glacier up there. Thanks in part to climate change, it's floated down along with all these other mini icebergs and has landed on this beach. It's beautiful, it's a beautiful spectacle, but it's also a sign of something a bit more sinister as well. I just wonder how many people here are taking photos and selfies and stuff respect what's going on, other than the fact that it's just absolutely incredible to take photos here. Everybody's running for their lives. Anyway, amazing to be here again. Absolutely amazing, incredible. But a thought of warning for the future. Can't believe it. I cannot believe it that this actually worked out. Look, the sun has come out in the last 20 minutes that we've got of sunlight, of daylight here in Iceland, in the south coast of Iceland, and it's absolutely spectacular. It's unbelievable. Look at that. There's the light shining through these icebergs. Oh my god. Almost got me, almost got my GoPro, which is down there doing a video. It's all good, it'll make for a good video, but look at that. That is spectacular, it's sensational, there's no words for it. It's absolutely, truly breathtaking. So that was sensational. We caught the light, we actually caught the light. We chased the light the whole day, through rain, through glorious sunshine. I did not think we'd make this. I did not think we'd make it at all. Tekka was keeping a watch out for the waves as we were taking photos on the ice, and then we were running for it every time they came. But it was such, I mean, look at that behind us, the sun's setting still. It's glorious, but while we still have a smidgen of light left, we're going to head up to the actual lagoon. This is the beach where the ice ends up, but there's a lagoon right in front of us. We need to drive to it, and we'll need to make a move on if we're going to make it in time before the sun totally disappears. It's a 4.5 hour drive from Reykjavik, and we've got a 4.5 hour drive back again in the dark. I'm going to be absolutely knackered when I get back to the hotel tonight in Reykjavik. 9 hours drive, but it was all worth it for that half an hour, that 30 minutes of absolute stunning beauty there. Look at that going on behind me. We might even get lucky and see the northern lights on the way home. Who knows, anything can happen. It's still light. We need to get a shift on if we're going to see this lagoon. There's also a cafe up there as well, so I think we're probably due a bit of a warm up. Anyway, Iceland continues to inspire, delight, and just cause absolute wonderment every time I come to Iceland. Before we make it on over to the lagoon, I just want to say a quick word about Lagoon Car Rental. They have hooked me up on this trip with a Subaru 4-wheel drive Forester. 4-wheel drive is definitely helpful in winter, probably not necessary on this trip because of the lack of cold weather, but tell you what, one thing is necessary: winter tyres with metal studs on them. Every time I come to Iceland, I choose Lagoon Car Rental because they have good, well-serviced cars with winter tyres on, which I think is actually a legal requirement in Iceland, but the metal studs will keep you on the road even in the worst of the weather, so highly recommend it. And guys, listen, you know, I only tell you about services I actually use myself, and I've used Lagoon Car Rental a couple of times now. Great service, great company if you're here in Iceland. And if you come to Iceland, hire a car and drive yourself. It's the best way to see this marvellous country, and you'll get to see amazing places like this without having to sit on a tour bus all day. Alright, we've made it down to the Ice Lagoon just before the sun disappears. There's a car light on my face, which is why it's conveniently lit up, but look at it. And what this lagoon is the meltwater and the icebergs that have fallen from the glacier, which is now sadly way up there in the distance. It used to be right down here, but this is the meltwater pool for the glacier. And as you can see, it's just stuff full of absolutely giant icebergs which have broken off the glacier, are floating down into this lagoon. They slowly make their way out here and then out through the gap there under that bridge, and that's how they end up on the beach that we were just at. Incredible place. Some of these icebergs, like that one there, it doesn't look it on camera. That is absolutely ginormous. You could fit a double-decker bus parked on top of that quite comfortably. And they're all moving. You can hear the noise as they move, like big massive crunches and cracks. I'm doing a time lapse, hopefully it will show up, but what a spectacular place. It's unfortunate that it's formed out of such devastation to the glacier. This other thing, guys, right, that I haven't really talked about on this trip so far, but it is winter and we only have 4 hours of daylight, but if the clouds disappear like they have tonight, right, and you get just a couple of hours at it, I mean, the sunset just goes on and on and on, it never ever stops. So we've had sunset now for at least an hour and a half. It's just staggeringly beautiful, but it is now in its last throes, its last death throes. It's going to be gone within the next 5 or 10 minutes, I would say, but we've just had such a spectacular couple of hours here at the Ice Lagoon. Well worth the drive, as I said. What a place, what an incredible place.